Thank you, Kevin. Okay. So Martina or Adeo, would you like to kind of maybe get us going, and then I can talk about what I failed to do and what we need to do next.
I'll let Martina go. Traditionally she's gone, so I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Martina.
Sure. All right, I'm off the cuff because I wasn't sure I was going to be here today. So I call to order this meeting of the Sexual Misconduct Survey Council. We have met quorum, and so our consent item is to approve the May meeting minutes. Any objection? Seeing none, we will approve the May meeting minutes. And I think now I just get to throw it straight to Rowan for housekeeping.
Yes, and I want to apologize. First off, I sent an email out this morning. What we were supposed to do today was approve the implementation guide that is going to accompany the survey that contains the recommendations for implementation, how the colleges should go about preparing their campuses and then administering the survey. I am really, truly sorry. I was not able to get the document into a form that I felt that you would be able to approve. And so I'm asking for an extension on that. I'd like to have an extension until July 23rd. And then we do need to have the document reviewed at the August 14th HEC commission meeting. In order to do that, we need to have approval by like the 30th, 31st at the latest of July. So I'm hoping that you would consider moving the August meeting, which hasn't really been scheduled yet. There was a poll out for that, to either July 29th or July 30th, depending on what works best for the most folks here, at which time we can go ahead and then approve the implementation guide. So we don't really have motions for approval or anything, but does anyone have any questions for me or any discussion about that? Yeah, Rain.
Hi again. This might just be partially again because I'm new, but was wondering if there's anything you would need in terms of like help or support in getting the document into a state where you feel good about sending it in for approval, if there's anything like I or we can do.
Thank you so much. That is partially up to you. There's not, I think, there's not really a lot that you can do. I do appreciate that. One thing is if the implementation subcommittee wanted to meet one more time around the 23rd, or the few days before that, to review it, that would also be an option for you. But there's not really a lot. I think it's cleaning up, it's going through and coding the surveys and getting the report template in place. So I'm really close, but I just couldn't push quite hard enough to get us there. So yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm just one person, but I would be open to having any sorts of meeting necessary. But yeah, leaving it.
And I co-sign on that with Rain. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to have another just kind of like grab bag implementation committee meeting, just as like a working session, to, let's see if I do this correctly, dot I's and cross T's. That way we have kind of a final package to bring back to this final meeting for questions and whatever, and then maybe we can start to like look beyond at the next meeting and not just like only vote to approve that, if that sounds okay to other folks.
So that okay, so what I'm hearing folks saying is that an implementation committee meeting probably the week of the 20th would be really, really helpful, or the week of the 21st, I'm sorry. So like 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And then if we can arrange to have the full council meet on the 29th or 30th. And I'm wondering if you want to think about what day is better or just put that out in a poll. That might be the easiest thing to do, is just put both of those out in polls. Okay.
I think
Yes.
given how few people in total are here, I think a poll probably is the most efficient, and I don't see any objection to that. And I think we all support you having high standards for what you put out in the world, Rowan. So I think we all support you taking the time that you need to make it what it needs to be, and we can meet during one of those 2 weeks or both of those weeks.
Okay. Great. So again, the implementation subcommittee meetings, those are work groups, and we don't need quorum for those. And there's no requirement that you attend. If you can show up, that's great. For the meeting on the 29th or 30th, we would require quorum. So I think that one's, yeah.
All right, so I can go ahead and send an email with the polls to everyone this afternoon, so just can keep an eye out for it.
And I think and I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the agenda. The only other housekeeping I want to raise is that we do have openings on the Council for Students from public universities as well as from community colleges. So if you know folks who would be interested, that would be great. I think we have one seat on public and then both seats on the community college, if I'm remembering correctly. And I think that is all I have.
Well, if there's no other housekeeping and we are pushing our review and implementation vote to next time, is there anything else for the good of the order?
I did just want to let folks know that 2023 Clery Act / VAWA data has been recently published. So our team is going to collect that so we can compare it side by side the annual report data that was also required under this law. It should be interesting. So more to come on that, hopefully.
I don't think there's
Right.
anything else. So, yeah, you can go ahead and dismiss, Martina.
Yeah, okay. So seeing that there is nothing else for the good of the order, this meeting is adjourned. We'll see you all in, I don't know, 3 weeks or whatever.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
everyone.